Mr. 300C, y'all, what's good? It's been a while. You know where I'm going. I'm on my lunch break. I'm going to Popeyes, Anyway, yeah, let's go get some food, and we're going to talk about the stats from the poll I did about how far I should take my build. All right, let's do it. Woo. Oh, man, that was violent. All right, let's get into it. So I did a poll. It's been like a month, I think. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a long ace time. But I did a poll on how far I should take my build for my 2006 SRT8 Chrysler 300C with the 6.1 liter Hemi. So I had, I think, 51 people voted on the options I had on there. Thank you everyone who participated. So I will go over that with you. So 12% of you guys said I should keep the car stock. Oh, we're gonna turn that down. I don't want to hear none of that. 12% of y'all said we should keep the car stock. We had 6% of you guys said I should keep the horsepower to 430 to 460. We're talking about to the crank. And 20% of you guys said go to 460 horsepower to 500. We had 8% of you guys say go to 500 plus, and then a whopping 55% of you guys said 600 plus horsepower to the crank. That's what my build should be. Woo! My goodness. So let's talk about a few of these and think about some reasoning. So the 12% of you guys who said leave it stock, I hear you. It's because this car is obviously iconic. Oh, this guy's swerving traffic. Let's see if I can get by these people. Alright. So this car, I have 8,464 miles on here. 2006. This car mad old, 16 years old. Low miles. And so it's iconic, right? It's rare. This is the first SRT car since the relaunch of, the Hemi engine. 425 horsepower to the crank, 415 torque. So some of you guys are thinking I should just let it be, right? Let it rock out. Just take care of it, make it look nice. Don't mod it, call it a day. And I thought about that. I was like, that's reasonable. That's fair. Now 6% of you guys, this is the small part, 430 to 460. That's just a few minor mods to get to that point, right? You're talking about anywhere from 5 extra horsepower all the way up to 30, 35 or so, right? So to get to that point, I can probably do like a custom tune. My exhaust work that I've done, that'll probably get me there already. So I can put my can tune on here and get to that 430, 460 range, call it a day, and bada bing, bada boom. Maybe add a cold air intake, like a real one, like a enclosed one, or one that goes into like the bumper. I've seen some of those online, very similar to like the leg maker. Now a good chunk of you guys with the 460 to 500 horsepower, that one I'm gonna have to probably add some headers, ported heads, throttle body, custom tune, cam. I'm gonna probably have to do all that to get to that point, which is probably gonna be anywhere from like $3,000 to $5,000, I would say. So I can easily do that with this car, but I just don't know like how far to take it. Now for the 8% who said 500 plus, I'm gonna say I could get that with the mods I listed before, but the quicker route is probably boosting it. Obviously you got nitrous, add NOS to the car, and that's a big jump for power, but that's just when you hit on it. But the big thing I want to talk about, so majority of you guys, 55% said 600 plus. Now for sure you got to be boosted on that, and that's wild. So I can get a supercharger, you know, $7,000 to $9,000 or so, and get to that horsepower peak and be happy, be killing it on the streets. Of course, got to get better tires and so forth. Now, I did like the idea of doing a twin turbo 300C. Ooh, spinning tires.
Oh snaps! Oh snaps!
All right. Man, it's just so fun to step on the gas. Anyway, I did like the idea of getting a twin turbo Hellion sleeper kit, you know, for the 300. It's rare, nobody has that. You know, turbo is very efficient and you can get a lot of power with it. It's less strain on the engine because it's using exhaust fumes, all that good stuff, right? But that's super expensive, man. I'm talking about, it's well over 10 G's to get everything finalized, set up, tuning, you know, all the testing and so forth. This car not paying attention. They gotta go, man. Trying to get that Popeyes, man. Anyway, so if I do something like that, I would have to keep the car long term. And that's the other problem I'm dealing with. I don't know how long I want to keep my car. I like this car a lot. I won't say I love it yet. I'm getting there. I think when I start doing my little minor mods to it at first, I'm going to start loving it. But I just don't know how long I want to keep it, because the dream car is a Hellcat wide body Charger. And I'm also curious to see if there's going to be any hybrid V8s. I keep reading that there's a good chance there is. So if there's going to be a hybrid V8 Hellcat with all-wheel drive, like, I'm definitely going to have to save my money and get that, because that's going to get rid of all the traction issues, which is the biggest gripe with Hellcat. So that's the thing, and that's why I wanted to start off slow and small, so I can evaluate how things are going to be, and I can see how the market is as well. By the time the refresh happens, you know, I'm gonna see what the prices are coming out to, and if it's realistic, then I might go that route. If it's not realistic, and you know, car market is just still trash and nothing is popping off, then I might just have to keep this car long term, just because I didn't pay that much for it. In my past videos, you guys have seen, like, I traded in my Camry. This car is $8,800 out the door. You know, low payments, you know, $190 payments, low interest rates, 2.9%. Like, the overhead cost of owning this car is super cheap, and it makes sense to kind of hold on to that and just make it fun, make it faster, make it look better, and enjoy it. With 8,400 miles on there, I mean, this has a lot of life in this thing. Maintenance is no big deal, so a lot of stuff to consider. So I think when I start off small, you know, if I get the itch to get a little bit more power, I can do so, and not go all out and just say, all right, I'm gonna go throw a blower on it, and boom. You know, that's a big jump, and this will help me from being indecisive. And thank you again for everyone who participated. It's always fun to do polls, to get some feedback from other people, since we're all watching YouTube together and trying to get information and entertainment and so forth. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate the support. We're getting close to 4,000 subscribers, which is wild. I've been doing YouTube for like 5 years now, part-time. I only want to say part-time because I barely post a lot of videos, but sure, we'll call it part-time. 4,000 subscribers. Thank you for supporting your boy, rocking with me, being patient with me. Let me know if you guys got any questions. Mr. 300C is out. Peace.